From Texas, Chairman of the RSC, Congressman Flores, for 4 minutes.
Gentleman from Texas is recognized for 4 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise today to support the Republican Study Committee budget for fiscal 2016, and I also want to thank my friend, the gentleman from Indiana, for the great work that he's done in crafting the blueprint for a balanced budget, a robust and responsible plan to tackle our $18 trillion of national debt, along with the over $100 trillion of unfunded obligations, which are crippling the futures of millions of hardworking Americans, their children, and their grandchildren. I also want to thank Chairman Price and the Budget Committee for work on the conference budget. But today, I am proud to support the budget proposal put forth by the Republican Study Committee. The RSC budget will balance the federal budget in just 6 years, providing a better future for our children and our grandchildren. It also reduces rampant government overspending by $7.1 trillion compared to current policy, and it gets rid of redundant and unconstitutional government programs that waste billions of precious taxpayer dollars. Hardworking American families know the importance of prioritizing to live within their means, and it's time for the federal government to learn that lesson as well. This budget upholds Congress' sacred constitutional duty to first provide for our national defense. Maintaining a strong military must be Congress' #1 priority, especially in this increasingly dangerous world. Our budget follows Ronald Reagan's successful strategy of peace through strength for our national security. Defense spending should be determined first and foremost by our security needs, capabilities, and the threats facing our nations. Acknowledging that, this plan allocates $570 billion in base defense spending for fiscal 2016 and provides for a total of $6.4 trillion in defense spending over the next decade. We also believe that we must work to grow America's economy, not the Washington bureaucracy. The best way that we can spur growth and encourage job creation is by getting the government out of the way of America's innovators and entrepreneurs. This means repealing Obamacare through reconciliation and establishing patient-centered reforms for better American health care. The RSC budget also calls for replacing the current tax code with a new pro-growth tax code that will benefit all taxpayers and families. We need a simpler, fairer, more competitive tax code that will help, not hinder, America's opportunity economy. We also sunset the IRS and we end the death tax. Finally, this budget addresses the dire state of America's social safety net program and puts them back on a path towards solvency and to do the right thing for America's families. Unless Congress acts, Medicare will be bankrupt by 2030, Social Security retirement will be bankrupt by 2033, and Social Security disability insurance will be bankrupt next year in 2016. This budget introduces new reforms that strengthen American social safety net so that they will be here for future generations, and we structure them in such a way to keep families together and provide ladders of opportunity out of poverty. We don't keep people trapped in poverty. We in Congress have an obligation to the American people to live within our means and to be trustworthy stewards of taxpayer dollars. Unfortunately, Washington has fallen short. Voting yes on the RSC budget is an opportunity for this Congress to restore the trust of the American people and to show that we are carrying out the important job that they sent us here to do. I urge all of my colleagues to vote yes on the RSC budget and yes again on the House committee budget proposal. I yield back to the gentleman from Indiana.
Gentleman from Texas yields back.